So before we start our discussion, let's introduce ourselves first. Let's start with me. My name is Nini Nashrin binti Maijiri, and my metric number is 97631, and I will become your moderator for today.
So my name is Nurwani binti Abdullah, with number metric 97719. I will be the speaker one for today.
My name is Rauda Afika binti Muhammad Fauzi, matrix number 97786. I will be the second speaker for this discussion.
My name is Siti Haja binti Muhammad Basir with matrix number 97816. I will be speaker number 3.
My name is Norifah Wafa Adib binti Ahi. I will be, my matric number is 100151. I will be the speaker 4.
Before we started our discussion today, I would like to say some short briefing about our themes today. So today's theme is about zero hunger, which is the second of the Sustainable Development Goals. The Zero Hunger Program is an international goal set by the United Nations in 2015 that aims to end hunger, guarantee everyone has access to sufficient nutrient-dense food by 2030. Other than that, the objectives also include encouraging sustainable agriculture and eliminating all forms of malnutrition. So there are a lot of reasons why this issue happened, but today we'll be discussing about overpopulation is the main cause of the world hunger. Speaker 1, you may start now.
All right. First and foremost, I would like to begin my argument on this topic by saying that I strongly agree that overpopulation is the main cause of world hunger. My argument aims to highlight the direct correlation between overpopulation and the prevalence of hunger. To begin with, overpopulation put immense stress on agriculture system, making it increasingly challenging to produce enough food to sustain the growing population. As demands of food rises, arable land become scarce, leading to deforestation and unsustainable farming practices. The limited availability of resources, including water and fertile soils, combined with the growing need for food, hinders efficient food production and contribute to widespread hunger. Moreover, the ever-increasing population intensifies competition for limited resources required for food production, such as land, water, and energy. As more people rely on these resources for their livelihoods, access to them becomes increasingly challenging for agriculture purposes. This scarcity drives up prices, making food unaffordable for vulnerable population, thereby exacerbating hunger and malnutrition. Overall, I stand strong with my point that overpopulation is a central driver of starvation, and we need to urgently address population growth as a crucial step toward eradicating hunger. That's all from my point of view.
Mute.
Sorry. I can see your idea, speaker 1, but I would like to disagree with your idea because for me, in my point of view, the main causes of world hunger is war, because war can cause the disruption of agriculture and also the infrastructure damage. We can say that war leads to the destruction of the farmlands, crops that cause to the reducing of the food production, and also damage to the infrastructure such the roads, the irrigation system, and also the transport or buildings for the distribution of food and also the production of food. For instance, we can take it from the issues that we will talk nowadays, which is the issues, the war between Israel and also Palestine. So this issue can be related as we know that Israel has bombed the one and only last and biggest bread factory of Palestine that causes the Palestinians to starve because the main production of bread were cut off. Furthermore, we can also relate our discussion with the second issue that can explain why war is the main causes. That because it can lead to the humanitarian access issues such food aid to the affected country. We can say that this issue can be related
Speaker
with
two,
the Yemen. Yes,
Speaker two, you
all
can
right.
conclude your point
So
now.
what I can say, all in all, war is the main causes because war can lead to the total disruption that cut off all the excess the food. That's all from me. Thank you.
I agree with your point, Speaker 3, to a certain extent. However, I insist on the point that overpopulation is the crucial cause for, as Speaker 1 said, the increase in overpopulations, the continuously increase in overpopulations really causes the demands for natural resources also increases, like demand for land, water, space, and agricultural activities. As we all know, agricultural activities can provide that staple food for us, like rice, wheat, and barley. When overpopulations continuously happen, we will need to convert rural area to urban area in order to accommodate human populations to build houses and infrastructures and other buildings. This results in the overall productions of food to decrease as well. When rural area has been fully converted into urban area, natural resources like animals as our food sources will also decreases. Let's take mangrove forests, for example. Forests inhabit many ecosystem that acts as human food sources like fish, crabs, and snails. So when overpopulations continuously happen, it will result in natural habitats destructions because we need to clear out a lot of forests in order
Speaker
to build
three,
infrastructures to inhibit
Speaker
that
three,
human populations. That's all for me.
Thank you, Speaker 3.
Speaker,
But
conclude
with
your
due respect, I partly disagree of what you are saying because in my point of view, I do think that poverty can be the cause of world hunger. Um, Poor people frequently have restricted access um, to basic necessity like nutritious food, clean water, and medical care. Poverty may prevent people from having enough money to buy a wide variety of nutritious food. So people living in poverty uh, will struggle to afford a balanced and nutritious diet. This is because healthy food options can be more expensive than processed and less nutritious alternatives. Limited financial resources may force individuals and families to prioritize quantity over quality, which this can lead to diets that lack essential nutrients. Furthermore, um, they will hardly access to clean water because of lack of infrastructure. Impoverished communities may lack the necessary infrastructure for providing clean water, Access to safe drinking water can be compromised by absence of proper sanitation facilities, leading to waterborne disease and malnutrition. My last point is for healthcare. Poverty often results in limited access to healthcare services due to financial barriers. Individuals and families may be unable to afford medical treatment, preventive care, or essential medications. Furthermore, they can also do the routine health care, including vaccination and prenatal care. It also may be neglected due to economic constraints. This can result in a higher prevalence of diseases and health conditions that contribute to malnutrition and hinder overall well-being. So I would like to uh, conclude that in my opinion, I strongly believe that poverty can be the main cause of world hunger.
Okay. Speaker 3 has said that war is the main cause of the world hunger, correct? So let's take Africa as an example. There is no war happening in Africa right now, and yet they're still facing this issue, this problem. Does anyone have any answer to that?
Maybe due to the weather there. We know that Africa is kind of a country or the area who has drought or dry all years. So the lack of food resources such maybe for plants or maybe some fishes, but more to like we can say the to the protein types like the the cow and so on. That's my opinion. How about the others?
Like to add on for that, Africa is also one of the highest populations country in the world. So when there are high population in there, the competitions for the limited resources, as Speaker 3 stated, so will increase. And since Africa has limited resources, there are level of unemployment also high, which also causes what world hunger, which also causes them to experience hunger there. So again, I insist on my point that overpopulations is the main causes for world
I also would like to add some point on that. I also cannot see eye to eye with you on the perspective that war is the main cause of world hunger. While war undoubtedly contribute to hunger, it is important to recognize that it is not the primary cause. War disrupts economies, leading to market instability and hindering food production and distribution. However, economic instability and market distortion exist independently of armed conflict. Fluctuating prices, inflation, trade imbalance, and inadequate infrastructure impact food stability even in time of peace. Therefore, I strongly disagree on your point that war is the main cause. However, I did not disagree that war also contribute and the world hunger. But in this discussion today, we are looking for the main causes.
So, Speaker 4, do you have anything to say?
I think overpopulation may not be the main cause because as Speaker 2 said, there must be like lack of food source. So can be poverty can be the main cause because if they if they're living in poverty, they cannot access to the nutritious food. They cannot having like a, a well prepared food because of like financial barriers, or they have nothing to eat, they have nothing to gain the source because of the weather, because of they don't plant, they don't have anything that they plant or cow or anything. So I think that poverty can be the main cause of world hunger.
So through this discussion, it can be concluded that overpopulation is not the main cause for world hunger, correct? And most of the point is leading to severe disruption of economic activities. War causes severe disruption of economic activities. Overpopulation adversely impacts the economy. So literally all of this point leads to poverty. So this can conclude that poverty is the main cause for the world hunger instead of overpopulation. Agree?
Yes, I agree with that.
To agree.
Yes.
Okay. That's all from our discussion today. Thank you everyone for participating in this discussion. I'll see you tomorrow at class.